21-year-old Julia Murfeld was caught on camera twice in April trying to hire a hitman to kill her husband.
Contract killing, paying someone if someone had a loved one, a spouse, a friend, an enemy they wanted dead, and they paid someone else to carry out the act, they would be just as culpable, even though they didn't put their finger to the trigger or their hand to the blade, or whatever way you want to say it, to end that person's life. They still paid. They still endorsed with their money the act that followed, so they themselves are just as culpable and just as able to be labeled under the title as murderer.
Planning to cash in on her husband's $400,000 insurance policy, $50,000 of which would go to the hitman. Now she's traded her superhero sweatshirt for jailhouse blues, pleading guilty to solicitation of murder. Just before her sentencing Tuesday, Murfeld begged the judge for leniency, saying she's already been punished.
So someone might bring up the scenario, working backwards with that same logic that establishes the dignity, the value, and the worth of the human. They'll say, well, obviously, the mother who, God forbid, drowned her 6-week-old child in the bathtub, right? I mean, we would demand that she, be tried, that there would be some consequences for that. So that those same people would take the inverse and say, well, if the dignity of and the value of the unborn child has been established, and we know that, what does that say about the mother who goes through with an abortion? Is there a logical connection to be made there that there needs to be that same demand for justice for that child? Which, do you see?
Oh, no, I understand the question. The pro-life movement has a lot of women who are active in it who've had abortions. And they very much argue that the mother who got the abortion is also a victim.
Okay.
So the pro-life movement, for the almost 50 years that it's been in existence, have never called for punishing the woman who gets the abortion.
Okay.
We want to, of course, get the abortionists to stop doing the activity, and we want abortion to stop, but we have not said that women need to be penalized for doing it.
A guilty plea today from the Detroit woman who has confessed to killing 2 of her own children and putting their bodies into a freezer.
We know for a fact the unborn life within the womb of a mother is human. From the moment of conception, unique, distinct, there's no disputing that. And when a mother goes into an abortion clinic and pays that abortion clinic for the abortionist, the butcher, to carry out that deed on her unborn child, she is in fact, even though she herself and her hands are not the ones carrying out the murder against her child, is just as culpable and guilty before God of the crime of murder.
A Louisville woman is behind bars accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill her ex-husband and his wife.
New information tonight on the Warren County woman accused of using Facebook to hire a killer. Detectives tell us 28-year-old Heather Bowling from Pleasant Plain reached out to someone in Indianapolis asking him to kill her husband.
We certainly believe if an abortionist is doing something that is written into law that's not legal, whatever the consequences are that were in the law that was written certainly need to be enforced.
Okay, but not for women, for the abortion.
Yeah, we do not. We work with so many women who regret their abortions.
Okay.
And our organization is about healing those women.
Right.
And finding the alternative resources, finding them the healing sources that they need. Unfortunately, women are coerced into abortions. They're given false information when they go to have their abortion. So to punish a woman, that's not the route that Wisconsin Right to Life takes.
Not calling women murderers is detrimental to the pro-life movement, because if abortion is not a crime, if there's no true victim, which is the actual unborn child in the womb, not the mother, then there's no ability for us to say, stop it. according to God's word. But if it is murder, if it is a violation of the commandment of God, then you must stop because God commands you not to murder.